You don't necessarily have to be invited to anyone else's table if you build your own. And then you can decide who you want at your cap table.
To hear your insights and experiences.
I'm so happy to see that there are less phones in the air, and I know some of you want to record it, and you got to do what you got to do, it's all good, but it is very important to be present. And when you're recording, sometimes you're dividing that feeling that you'll get from these really genius people telling you their stories and showing you their ideas and all the help that we have in the room. I want you to really take this moment in, because on the other side of this moment and this day are your dreams. You know, with Black and brown people, especially in America, and I think this is a global thing as you think about how the globe has been colonized. You know, you look up at night and all you see is black amongst the stars. Why should you or anyone that looks like you ever feel any kind of inferiority? The universe looks like you. This is the reason why we started Black Ambition. You look around in your environment, you realize that there's a disproportionate access to healthcare, disproportionate access to education. Then you take a look at some of the other neighborhoods that are not marginalized. And you ask yourself, why are they, I mean, my goodness, there's just so many taking off dozens taking off at a time, and they're flying so high, and they're so sophisticated when they fly, like the starlings you see, you know, thousands at a time, swoop, fly this way, and then swoop and fly that way, and then swoop and fly that way. And then you see other species, and they fly so hard and so high that they form a V. And you're like, but how are they able to do it? And then you look at their environments and you realize that they have incredible access to education, incredible access to healthcare, incredible access to representation. And by the way, I would also put food there too. The food here is much better than it is back home. Sorry, it's true. So then you start asking yourself, like, well, what can we do? But you look in those communities that are doing really well and you realize, man, everybody there is probably following their dreams. They are owners, and if they're not owners, they are C-suite position holders. So when we looked around, we realized, okay, that's what we're missing. We're missing Black-owned businesses and brown-owned businesses. And so we're like, man, we need our slice of the pie. And when you start talking like that, you realize that, like, you don't necessarily have to be invited to anyone else's table if you build your own. And then you can decide who you want at your cap table.
No.